Athenian is located in Danville, California. So we are about 25 miles from San Francisco. And we are at the base of one of the most beautiful state parks in California, Mount Diablo. And we are 6 through 12, all gender college preparatory school. We have 352 students in grades 9 through 12 and 55 boarding residential students who live here. Those start in grade 9. And we've been here since 1965. And for us, we have these pillars that really drive our community. And those are internationalism, democracy, environmentalism, adventure, leadership, and service. As one of the four founding schools of Round Square, now there's over 200 schools all over the world. These are, agreed upon values and ideals that really drive everything we do, with internationalism tied to our global opportunities, certainly the students that come into our community, both who live here, but also who commute here. And then again, just around the table, right? And the discussions and the lived experiences that are shared. And for us, democracy is really important, again, in the classes that we have, the seminars that we offer to our students, and then also just how we distribute leadership for our students. We have something called a town meeting, which is an opportunity for our students to submit a proposal for something they'd like to change about our community. We are on 75 acres, and for many of our students, getting from one area of campus to another with just a 5-minute passing period was quite challenging. And so coming back to my earlier point about student voice, this is where it really shows up for us. And it's a big value for us is that, our students submit that proposal, the town meeting officers read it, they meet with the upper school leadership team, the adults, and then they come and present it to the entire upper school community. And it is a very well organized, constructive conversation with debate, with in the moment conversation, and then with voting. And at that time, everybody has, that agency to feel a part of the community to make a decision. That passing period is now extended to 10 minutes, and it has shifted our schedule and has also, allowed our students to just breathe a little bit as they're going from one area to another. Environmentalism connected, of course, to where we are at Mount Diablo, thinking about the different ways that we continue sustainability, whether it's through our, environmental science opportunities, our March term offerings, and of course, just the land that we're here on Mount Diablo. Adventure, same thing for us. The idea of hands-on experiential learning is how we really engage in learning with our students. And adventure shows up through our focus days in the middle school where they're doing active learning in different activities, whether it's farm to table or Newtonian Olympics, utilizing the whole campus. And then, of course, one big signature program, which is AWE, the Athenian Wilderness Experience, that is modeled after the Outward Bound program, which is 26 days, either in the High Sierras or in Death Valley as part of their 11th grade journey. And then leadership, as I mentioned, there's so many different ways to be a leader. There's affinity groups, there's student clubs, there's activities, and the last one being, of course, service. And this, again, just one of the things that is really important to us is, really the cross of the well-being, the joy and the rigorous and challenge of our community, right? And our experience for our students is that, with the challenging coursework and really pushing our students to be innovative and think outside of the box, but not in losing the sense of joy and the sense of curiosity, and thinking about what it means to be actively leading and facilitating conversations in a class as a young person and building those skills that are, lifelong skills, really. And then also thinking about arts, right? Because the creativity and the innovation that goes on in our arts program with our hands-on learning, we have an incredible advanced 3D art course where our students are tasked with building a miniature golf course and thinking about how different textiles and fabrics work together through different weather conditions. They have a budget, they have a timeline, for us, our tagline is learn on, and we want students to think about what learning looks like beyond their books, right? Beyond Athenian. And again, whether it's through March term and the different courses that they do, or AWE, or their global opportunities, or robotics, right? Going into our Carter Innovation Studio, that they start to make sense of everything in the world beyond what they see in the classroom. This is a picture of our Carter Innovation Studio. Again, it is a space not for those students who are only engineering or STEM minded, but really it's open to everybody. We have an incredible ninth grade foundations course that gives a glimpse to our students into the CIS, as we call it, or into the arts program, to health and well-being, and also self and others, which is, again, a reflection of how we are in the world. But here it's to really open up the world of, making, of tinkering. We have students in geometry classes who, as part of their final, they'll create laser cut models of pyramids or of SpongeBob or things like that. And so it's a really great way, again, that exemplifies our experiential learning. Again, round square opportunities to go either for a conference for 2 weeks with thousands of students from all over the world, or doing exchange programs for anywhere between 4 and 8 weeks at one of our partner schools all over the world. And then again, tied back to those skills, right? To be able to be confident, to be up on stage, whether it's through a musical or a concert, or really, as our middle schoolers lead the community meeting, or upper schoolers do as well. And for us, athletics is also tied to the experience. It builds, collaboration, communication, teamwork. And, we have an incredible athletic program that is meeting all the needs of our students, right? Whether they want to be at the highest competitive level, or as I mentioned earlier, if you're coming in as a ninth grader and never kicked a soccer ball before, you can do that as well. And you're playing with students who are really passionate or are trying it for the first time. And that is really an invaluable part of the journey as well. And, we're the owls, and we're the proud owls. There is definitely live owls happening and hooing all over our community at an evening, as someone who lives here. And, again, this is one of our beautiful spaces. The great advantage of being in California is that our students get to be outside pretty much all year, right? I often say we don't have very many hallways at Athenian. And so our students are always actively, studying or collaborating outside or in the dining hall. And it's just a really great way to really think about how our ideals drive, what we do and how we do it, and the spirit and pride that comes through the experience of being an Athenian student, whether you're coming in as a sixth grader, a ninth grader, part of the residential program as well. Those are really the things that make an Athenian experience really stand out.